Hi folks, Andy from the Car Boutique here today, and we've got a bit of a before and after review to do today. So we're going to be using lots and lots of products, so it's not a brand review or anything like that, and we'll talk you through the process. We'll do lots of videos and fast mo and all that kind of stuff. I'll try and take as much video evidence as I can, but we're up against the Koch on this one because I'm about to show you the car and we've got about a day and a half to do it, and it's a lot of work. So there might be some talk over stuff, some fast mo. I'm not going to be videoing everything, but I'll give you a flavour of what we're working with. But this is the car we've got today. So a very tired real world car, a Honda Jazz. Now etching, look at that paint, it's dull. So remember what it's like now. This needs a lot of work. This is going to need claying, machine polishing. I don't know whether I'm going to use a glaze, a wax, a ceramic coat, depending how good it comes up, but it's really dull. Loads of etching that's burnt quite heavily into the paint. The paintwork is just dull. It's dull, it's dirty. The wheels are going to have to come off. I can't get rid of the scratching, but I'll take the wheels off. Look at them, headlights faded yellow. We're going to do headlight restoration, but the paint is just covered in nasty surprises. Okay, so we're going to do our best on this one. Loads and loads of mold in there. Inside, that's going to need wet waxed upholstery. It's going to have to be cleaned. Excuse me. Glass is all dirty. Lots and lots of birdie poo there as well. All right. There's a bit of damage here, which I can't obviously do anything about. Faded plastic trim. Okay, so yeah, main focus today is going to be on the car itself. Secondary function is going to take as much video evidence, see if we can make a review out of it. I'm basically going to look at the products I've used, I've been impressed with recently, and sort of do a mix and match really, to show that you don't always have to use the same brand. Okay, mix and match, trial and error, see what works for you, and have some fun in your detailing sort of enjoyment. So we're going to crack on, lots to do. Let's see how we can transform this into what we usually expect from the Car Boutique. So exciting times. First stage is washing then, our safe wash process. I'm going to give the wheels a quick tidy up, but the wheels are going to be coming off, so I'm not too worried about that. It's the paint what we're looking at. So I'm actually using this transformation to continually test other products, just by Alien Magic and Labocostmetica as well. So, and there'll be other sort of video reviews coming out of this. But our pre-wash is essentially going to be mild, deep release. Okay, which is their concentrated citrus pre-wash. For the snow foam, I'm going to be using Labocostmetica's Primus, which is their high safety foam. Okay, and for the shampoo, first contact with this one, again by Labocostmetica Purifica, which is their Decontaminate Rejuvenate shampoo for coatings and sealants. I know this car isn't coated or sealed, etc., but I'm just, like I say, using this for continual assessment of these products before I get around to doing the full brand review on that. We'll be using the Autoglym Snow Foam Cannon. I've been using that a lot recently with sealants and foams, and really liking it. I'm a bit of an MJJC fan myself, but I've been using that for the last 2 months and keep coming back to it. So what does that say? And for the citrus pre-wash, we'll be using our Alien Magic sprayer, which I love. Did a review on that as well. Incidentally, there is reviews from Alien Magic and Labocostmetica coming up shortly. So put it on fast mode, lots to do. Let's crack on. Okay, that's it washed then. So we've used citrus pre-wash, and we used the mild deep at a concentration of 1 to 5. We used the pre-wash. Going to talk a lot about these when we do the Labocostmetica full review, but we sort of did it at the sort of the medium dilution ratios. Really flexible products, both of these, and a shampoo basically set up concentration to a maintenance wash, all right? But in a few weeks we'll do the full range and we're going to really go into these products because they're so versatile. So we're now going to go on to the chemical decontamination. We've seen a lot of tar and a lot of fallout on the paintwork. So for the tar and glue we're going to use Detail Bug. We reviewed that on the previous video. If you haven't seen it, go back and have a look at it. And for tar and glue we're going to be using the Alien Magic. So I'm going to put on a fast mo, I'm going to whiz around, and that's it pretty much clean and chemically decontaminated. We're then going to take it inside. This car definitely needs a claying. Okay, so the cameraman went round as well, and it was rough, wasn't it? Yeah, it was really, really rough. So it definitely needs mechanically decontaminated as well. So I'm going to reposition the camera, do a fast mo, and good times. That's it, pretty much washed. We've done around the windows at the back, the door trims and all that kind of stuff. And like I said, I'm leaving the wheels. The wheels are coming off, okay, but we'll give them a quick clean down. They're going to come off and we'll do the full treatment on the wheels and all that kind of stuff. Heavy contamination on this one. We used the Detail Bug tar and glue remover, and you can see we spent a lot of time in it. A lot of tar, one of the worst I've seen actually, so quite rewarding that we've got it all off. And then we went on to the Alien Magic iron fallout remover. Not that much iron contamination. There is on the wheels. I did a quick test on the wheels, they're covered in it, but the actual paintwork didn't have that much iron contamination. So it's a lot smoother. We do need to clay bar it still, which is good. So we snow foamed it afterwards just to get rid of any remnant chemicals and all that kind of stuff. We're going to now take it inside, and this is where the magic happens. I always like doing that when I put it on the video. I know it's on. Okay, right. Okay, the car's inside and dried. I'm smiling because I've just been an idiot off camera, but you're not going to see what I was doing, all right? You'll have to pay for that privilege. Right, mechanical decontamination. The cameraman's making me laugh. Chemical decontamination this time. Okay, so we're going to be using Tenzi Pro Detailing clay spray, one of the best on the market in my opinion, and we're going to be using the medium auto clay from Built Hammer, an old favourite. We're going to go whiz around the car on fast mode, then we're going to get an inspection light out and have a look at its paintwork. It is bad, okay, but a good challenge for machine polishing, so let's crack on. Okay, right, blah, 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 blah. Okay, that's it, clay barred, and I'll be open and honest, I started off with the Built Hammer medium. I found that quite hard going. Then I remembered we used the Detail Bugs clay bar in a previous review. A lot softer, a lot easier, so I basically finished off with the Detail Bug. Becoming one of my favourite clay bars actually. Very, very malleable, but it's got good stiction. Okay, so it's sort of like a medium grade, and I really enjoyed using that one. And it took up a lot of stuff, okay, so a lot of contamination. Spent quite a lot, took about an hour actually, took a long time to do this, but all good. Right, what we're now going to go on to is Headlight Restoration. Fun part of the process, nice before and after shots. One of my favourite jobs, sort of refine my skill, and I'll big myself up. I'm not too bad at doing it, okay, but the proof is in the pudding. So I'm going to reposition the camera. We're going to work through the grades of sandpaper, sort of 800, 1200, 1500, 2000. Then I'm going to polish it all up, and then I'm going to give it some protection. I'm doing this before I do the actual paint work, okay? So we'll reposition the camera, put it on a fast mo, and see what we can achieve. Okay, so we've done one. Look at the difference. Okay, so that's the side we haven't done, that horrible scratchy yellow. Okay, and that's the side we have done. Okay, looking almost brand new. So various grades of sandpaper. I think we used an 800, a 1200, 2000, and then we used Alien Magic Opti with some soft buffing pads just to bring up the shine. We're doing them because using the 800, you make it temporarily look worse. Okay, but you're just taking all the sort of that oxidization level down. Okay, and then go and polishing out the scratches you've induced by the sandpaper. So it's you've got to trust your process, but that is looking lovely and clean. That is looking horrible, and you can see the difference. And that's going to be a lot safer. Okay, so we're going to do this one, and then we're going to come to this. Okay, so that's both headlights done. Very rewarding and makes a big difference. So if you've got the time and quite a simple process, have confidence in the process, makes a huge difference. And from a safety point of view, winner. We're now on to machine polishing. Now, there's a lot of marring, a lot of scratches on this. I'm sort of aiming for about 70–80%, okay, with the time I've got, but I think that'll be a good improvement. And then relative to how good we can make the paint, we'll decide on what LSP I'm going to put on. So I'm going to be using pretty much all the machines, the Rupes Bigfoot, Mini Bigfoot, the Flex PX E80 as well, to give it the best opportunity to look as good as it can, and then we'll crack on. Now I'm going to be using Rupes compounds and polishing pads. I've split this down half, so we're going to do a test panel and then do the comparison just to see what we can achieve. But this is quite bad, but I'm going to take some time over this. I'd rather sacrifice doing stuff on the inside and just focus on the outside and see how we get on. So we're going to crack on with some machine polishing. Okay, so that's one pass with the Rupes Quartz Gloss Medium on a green pad we used, and so we've done this half, taken the tape away. That's a natural ridge there, so if you sort of see the reflections of the lights in the ceiling, nice and clean, and as you go through the middle, look at the difference. We've got all the swirls and scratches, so going from that angle over onto the one stage, massive difference. That's where you're losing all your gloss, if you want to call it that. Okay, the refraction, the light dissipating off into all the directions because of all the scratches, you get a true reflection of flatter, cleaner paint. And the difference is day and night, and we've still got to use a finishing polish. Okay, so look at all the nasty marring and scratching, and over the middle a lot cleaner. And the Rupes finishing polish is outstanding. It will really bring that up. So we're going to stick to that routine then. One pass of the Quartz Gloss Medium compound, and then we'll do the whole car with the finishing polish. This is going to make a massive difference to good times. Okay folks, that's the machine polishing done, and that took some effort. So it's, as I'm sure you'll all agree, it's coming along really, really nice. Now, tiny little bits of dust, so I'm going to take it outside, just a snow foam, rinse down, then I'm going to blow dry it. So what I don't want to do is, before I put any protection on it, start inducing tiny little scratches due to a bad sort of drying process. So it's really coming on nicely. Probably got about 70% off of the scratches and everything. Use all the tools, the Rupes Bigfoot, the mini sort of Bigfoot, the Flex PXE80, and 2-stage pass we use. These are their old ones, I believe. Rupes quartz gloss medium correction, and then the ultrafine polish. That ultrafine polish with Rupes white pads is a dream to use. It really is so easy to use, and it just brings up that final gloss, and it's effortless, it's smooth to use, it comes off really nice. Okay, so we are getting there. Okay, so I'm going to take it outside, give it a snow foam, a jet wash down, just to get rid of all that sort of the bits of dust and the bit of dirt. It's been in there for about 5 or 6 hours, and now I think I'm going to go for a glaze. The reason being, we did the back of the glazes some time ago. I'm going to use the one that came first, and I don't use glazes that much, so a glaze is just going to fill in some of them micro scratches that maybe I've missed, and put some protection on it. Then I might put a sealant on depending on the time. Still got to take the wheels off. I doubt if I'm going to get a chance to do the inside, but we'll see how it goes. But this took a lot of work, and that's where my OCD kicks in. I've got to do a great job on paintwork, otherwise there's no point in doing it. Which is good for me as an enthusiast, okay, because it's not a business. I'm not thinking I'm sort of doing myself out of money or anything like that. This is a favour to someone, and they've allowed me to use their car to do the test. So quick snow foam down, get it back in, and I put the glaze on. Okay folks, snow foamed it, jet washed it down, then used a blow dryer. I did not want to touch this vehicle. Sometimes you have to take it back outside, because if the car's been in it so long doing paint correction, it's best to get out, take it back outside and get rid of all that grit. So that's done, and the car's looking good. Bit of titivation, we still got to take the wheels off, I know. Okay, so we've gone around with the Mild Deep Vision, one of my favourite glass cleaners at the moment, quite a potent product, eats into the sort of into the grime. And as long as you're using fresh cloths, fresh cloth for on and off, you shouldn't have problems. A lot of these sort of alcohol-based ones just smear it around a bit, but this one seems to do a good job. If you go onto that second cloth straight away, remove it. I don't get smears with this, so I'm going to keep using this one. Okay, so we've also gone round the plastic. Makes a massive difference this, using one of my old favourites really, Koch Chemie Nano Magic Plast Care. Really, really good for all that exterior trim that's started to fade. I'll just quickly show you the sort of effect you get. It's not one of these that's glossy, it just gives a natural effect. So that's the bit that I've just done. It's not super, it's still a bit wet. It's not super shiny, but just gives that natural look, and that's the bit that I haven't done. We've also done bits of trim here that were heavily faded, plastic on the wiper arms, and I've just got that bit there to do, so you can quite clearly see the difference. Great product, don't see much of it about, not many people using it, but really, really do recommend it. Okay. If you haven't already seen our Battle of the Glazes, go back and have a look. It's quite a hard one to do actually, because there was a sort of only minute differences. But the one that came out top was Monster Shine's Gloss Lock Sealer Glaze. Now the reason why I'm going to use this one, it's a glaze, but it's also got a wax content. So I'll read out what it says. A filler glaze made with Knorr wax and components typically found in sealants to offer amazing shine that stays locked in and leaves a super slick finish. This came first in a Battle of Glazes. What I like about this one is it's going to do that glaze function, so potentially sort of temporarily mask some scratches if there are any left on the vehicle. It's got Knorr, so it'll maybe get that warmth, and it's going to give it protection. The beauty about this one is you can layer it. So leave it for an hour after you've buffed it, then you can go and put a wax on or put another coating of this. I'm going to double up on this because I really, really like this product. Okay, so we're going to just do a fast mo of me going around once. I will have done it twice by the time you see me again, so let's crack on. Okay folks, that's it, all done. Double coated with the Monster Shine glaze. So easy to use. I experimented a bit with it. I put quite a lot on, wait 2 or 3 minutes, treat it like wax, do the swipe test. It just comes off effortless. You can do 2 spin rounds really quickly. It's a top product. So if you haven't tried it, go and have a bash. So what else have we done? We've done the final stages. We've taken the wheels off, cleaned them, and put tyre shine on. I will put a full list on YouTube of every single product I've used. Now, we haven't had time to do the inside. I've already asked the owner. He said, not a problem. I'll get it back for another day. We'll take the seats out, do the wet vacs and all that kind of stuff. So as it's only sort of a demo, I don't want to cut corners and do a half job of everything. I'd rather do things correctly. Massive difference. It is a 15-year-old car. We can't go for perfection. That's why I was sort of targeting 70% of the scratches. Probably got round about there. There's some really deep ones, so I'm going to have to, you know, if I wanted to get perfection, I'd be hitting this hard with a really aggressive compound, do a 3-stage, but we haven't got time for that. It took about 4 or 5 hours to do the machine polishing anyway. Quite a challenge, this car, but an enjoyable one. We'll do the normal thing then. I'll show you the car before. I can't take it outside because it's dark. Do a spin round inside, and I hope you enjoyed it. A good challenge, lots and lots of fun. It's nice just going to the cabinet and saying, oh, I'll use that one. I enjoyed that one last time I used it. So we'll probably do more of these sort of transformation videos. But I'm really happy. Hopefully the owner will be as well. And in a few weeks, hopefully you'll see the inside transformation, because it's quite a big job as well. It seats out, full wet vacs, everything, and all the good stuff. So good times. Hope you enjoyed it. If you haven't liked us on YouTube and you enjoy what we do, hit the subscribe, hit the bell. We're on Instagram, Facebook, and all that kind of stuff. Come and join our friendly community, where we've got lots and lots of reviewers doing lots and lots of good stuff. So take care and see you on the next video.
Bye.